Time 11:54. We're approaching the Kansas City Class 5 idle morgue. Just before noon here. So we expect to see some lunchtime traffic. Over there we have the van that belongs to Mr. Freedate. He still has the car dealer's sticker in the windshield. And probably on the back he has the Virginia Freedate personalized license plate when he moves back and forth between vehicles. Okay, taking a look there across the street at the Sciento parking lot. Looks like they have some sort of maintenance going on Charlie's Nissan.
That's what I mean.
Okay, we didn't come soon enough to press for the walk signal, but I have enough time to cross with the traffic light, with the green light. So we have probably a bunch of Scientos parked out here in front of the org. Here, LRH tribute wall. More LRH tribute wall. Scientology TV network. And Dianetics wall. So they're having a New Year something or other. Still have their staff wanted. Got some kind of event coming up. And that car over there, I think that might be one of the Sea Org members' cars. Hello, Joe. Yep. That's what it is. That's a Sea Org member there. Followed by another person I don't recognize right off the bat, but probably a Sea Org member. Taking a look at the sidewalk. Been a couple of weeks since I've been here, so we've had some snow last weekend, and that probably washed away their attempt at using weight of happiness tech to counteract the SPs. Oh, and here come the shades. Did he yawn? Yes, he's yawning. Or no, he's talking. Yep, I've got this shade tech in the windows. I got this shade tech up, and yep, all the hiding tech employed on the 18th Street side of the building anyway. KCPD on their way somewhere. And it looks like they have, no, they don't have the hiding tech here on this side. They'll probably take care of that here soon. Okay, just taking a look around. At least the sun's out. Well, just barely out. It's 50s here in Kansas City, so for this time of year it's kind of warm. And it's mostly overcast, but yeah, the sun is peeking out between the clouds. But it is mostly overcast. Looks empty. Well, not a lot of activity outside. Let's see, somebody walking up on the other side of the street. I don't think that's a Scientologist. And a couple of people get in that pickup truck. I didn't see if anybody get out. Maybe they're helping with the car repair over there. Took a look at that white Tesla that passed by. Dan and Amanda O'Connor have a white Tesla, but that wasn't them. They live in Kansas. That car had Missouri plates. Okay. So let's see, people got in that pickup truck. I missed them coming out. Let's go walk a little bit further down and see what the alley looks like. Probably full of cigarette butts. So at least they've got the windows set up for some modicum of a showroom, so they can pull the shades and still display some of their wares. And here we are. Got a couple of Sea Org members smoking in the alley. I could go bother them, but heck, on $50 a week, its cigarette is probably hard to come by. Right, there is a little bit of chalk work. Let's see, this says happy what? Well, here's the word illegal. X set a good example. So they do have some fragments of their version of the sidewalk tech. See if they've done anything about the lack of hiding tech here on this entrance. Yep. They've installed the paper tech on the inner door, so I can't see through on the side where you could see through to the reception desk. So they do have their hiding tech fully deployed, such as it is. And what are they hiding? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The org is hiding all the nothingness. And I see a new control here on my YouTube app. Have to figure out what that is later. Looks like a blue dot on the end of a wand. No telling what that means. When I set up my YouTube app at home before leaving, it did want to do an update. So if you're a streamer and haven't had a YouTube update soon, one may be pushed out on you here soon. So you may want to allow for some time for that before heading out. Nothing going on here outside the Kansas City Class 5 Idle Morgue. There's a view towards the downtown. You can see the Power and Light District there on the southern edge. Power and Light building right there. And 2 apartment buildings that have gone up in the last few years. And if you heard the ding ding, that's the streetcar going by on Main Street, a couple of blocks west. Here we have L. Ron Hubbard's office. I think the curtains are enough to make it difficult to see inside. But he has a desk and books and a globe of TGX. And let's see, had somebody pull in. I don't recall having seen that car before. A woman's wearing yellow. See if I could zoom in on that a little bit. I don't think I've seen that couple before. Well, and over there we have Martin the Stalker. Well, let's see. It's kind of hard to aim the camera while zoomed in. So they're headed into the org. So there's Martin over there crossing 18th Street. Is he headed to the parking lot? Yep, he's continuing on past. Oops, now he ducked up the alley. So I've not seen Martin Beta reappearance. Did he continue on up the alley, or is he? Let's see if a car pulls out of here shortly. Did not notice his Buick LeSabre in the parking lot, but perhaps I missed it. Okay, walk a little faster here because I got the yellow. Yeah, Martin must have walked up the alley. Okay, someone just left the org. That woman there, let's see where she's headed off to, down the alley. And she's continuing on down the alley. Okay, continuing on further on down the alley. So, I wonder what this is about. See which direction she turns. It's almost at 19th Street. She's turned to the right, which means she's headed for Grand. Okay, and I think that's her walking across Grand there, down there at 19th Street. So what's that all about? Just normal SP avoidance. See, where did that couple come from? They didn't come from the parking lot, I don't think. Probably not Scientos. There's a Sciento came out of the org. Yeah, they're walking on past the org. And let's see, that Sciento that just came out of the org turned into the alley. I think He's walking over to get into a truck. He's getting into a truck. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. So it's definitely a work truck. And he's standing beside it. Have I seen him before? I can't tell if he has a staff uniform or not underneath the sweater. It's 12:15. What is he doing? Just hanging out having a cigarette, I guess. All right. Let's see. Sorry about that. My camera's zoomed in. So it's a little bit difficult holding it steady. Okay. Okay, let me zoom out so you get a little bit less dizzy. Waiting to cross 18th Street. And the wind just picked up. Had been nice and calm. So I think I'll hang out here on this side of the building where it's a little bit less windy. We did have some sun peeking out earlier, but it's fully overcast. Okay, it's about, let's see, what time did I start? Almost about 12:18 out here. And there's Charlie going out to his car apparently. Yep, not a full parking lot. Not a lot of people coming out of the org right after Sunday services, which are 11 o'clock. I assume 11 to noon. So much for Sunday services. Oops, and we had someone slip out of the org while we were looking at the parking lot. From there, the rear of that looks like James Horton, who's the father of the O'Connor's nanny. That couple coming up the sidewalk, are they Scientologists? No, I don't think they are. Climbing into that car, parked further down 18th Street. And there comes James Horton back around. Okay. So he's heading out to, well, right now he's heading across Grand, probably to the parking lot. Okay, we just climbed into that white SUV across that you can see there on the left side of the screen. Time check, 12:23. There's the sneaky. There's Martin. He just snuck around and came up the alley. I don't know if you caught it, but he was taking my picture. As though he doesn't already have my picture. And that Scientology doesn't already have my picture. Okay, so we see three people over there. Yep, somebody just pulled in that red sports car. Spot vacated by James Horton. Don't know who that woman he was. his that he was with. Maybe one of his daughters. Okay. If you stop mocking up your unreactive mind, you'll go clear. Stop mocking up your unreactive mind and you'll go clear. So I've boiled the clear cognition down to something that will fit on a sign. And it can be said in passing to a Scientologist. Aaron's version of a clear cognition statement won't fit on a sign, and it's a little too long to be said in passing. So I've boiled it down. Stop mocking up your unreactive mind and you will go clear. And it's rather windy here. Go around back to the front of this building. Okay. Right over there it looks like Lakin, one of the students I saw last year. I think he's not going to the Scientology school this year.
The woman's birthday party that we used to do.
So it's about 12:28 out here outside the Kansas City Class 5 Idle Morgue. Airplane buzzing around in the background. It's taking off outside of the Kansas City downtown airport. It's about 2 miles to the northwest. the parking lot. And he's going to go south on Grand. Yep, nothing much going on here outside the Kansas City Class 5 idle morgue. I'll turn the camera around just in case someone pops out of the org. There aren't that many people in there to pop out. See, how's my battery doing? 88%. At 12:32. Don't recall seeing him before, but he is wearing Scientology yellow. So I couldn't tell if he had a staff uniform on under his sweater. I don't recall seeing him before. That was the guy that was hanging around that work pickup truck. Okay, let me go for a little walk. Zoom out so we don't make people so dizzy. Okay, and this time the alley is empty. No one out here smoking. Word has gotten around that an SP is lurking around outside. Hello, if you stop mocking up your own reactive mind, you'll go clear. Make sure you let them know in auditing. Make sure you let them know. Yeah, these people, I don't think they're saying, I don't recognize them. Hello. Stop talking. Yeah, for some reason my chat didn't scroll. So, who have I missed? Yeah, MD Media, what I would suggest that you do for your faces is set up something on Rumble. It's a separate channel. Just set up something on Rumble. Yep, there's Lakin bringing in a couple of pizzas. So set up put your pictures on Rumble and put a link to it on your YouTube channel. So let's see, since my chat didn't scroll before, my Cubs champion. And let's see who. Yep. Let's see. So, scrolling through my chat here, seeing what I missed. Elgear, taking up some of the slacks. It's Wendy left. And speaking of, Wendy's here. Thanks for stopping in. Hi, Fuzzy. And let's see what time we got here. It's about 12:39. Excuse me, sorry about that. Well, haven't had any activity in the last few minutes. Here outside the Kansas City Class 5 idle morgue. Maybe seeing some people coming back from lunch soon. back down to the alley and see if anything's going on there. Nobody in the alley. Yep, still no activity. So much for there being 7 million Scientologists in the world. There were, you'd expect at least half of them to be in the U.S., which would mean that 1 in 100 persons would be a Scientologist. And since the greater Kansas City area has over 2 million people, there would be 20,000 people using services in this building, and it would be busting at the seams. So just rough estimate, maybe 200 members here. I'm talking people who are actively taking courses or have attended events. And supposedly they have 20 some odd thousand case files here in the building, but that's probably everyone who's bought a Dianetics book in the last 40 years here in Kansas City. And they're being pursued relentlessly. If you go to my channel and look at the videos, there's the "What are you afraid of?" And there a woman talks about how her husband came in curious about Scientology a couple of decades ago, and they're still harassing him, trying to get him to come down. And she put all the materials in their return envelope and sent it back and says, "Please don't send anything." And they sent a letter back. "What are you afraid of?" Well, now you. Yep, we just had a streetcar go down on Main Street. Howdy. Stand a little bit further away from the door, just a foot or two. Okay, a little police activity. Oh, about a half mile west. Looks like they're going up Broadway. And I think I'm going to move to keep them on their toes. Yeah, still have the wind coming up Grand Street from the south. So I'm gonna hang out here on the north side of the building. So it's about 10 minutes till 1. 12:49. Yeah, about 11 minutes till 1. Not seeing a horde of people come in for afternoon courses yet. But if they start at 1:30, they got plenty of time. A little bit further away. A little bit further away from the signal light pole that goes tick, 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 tick. For those of you who get trained, they gotta go the bird cognition down to something that will fit in the sign. Stop mocking up your own reactive mind and you'll go clear. Stop mocking up your own reactive mind and you'll go clear. So he has studiously ignored me. Yeah. So while the camera keeps track of the front of the org, I'm swiveling my head to keep track of if there's any activity in the parking lot. I'm seeing none. I don't think that's a Scientologist, but I'll hold my sign so he can see it just in case. Howdy. Okay. 6 minutes till 1. Don't see anybody pulling into the parking lot. Let me take a look at chat to see if I missed anything. Okay. My car that pulled in the alley, I think that belongs to staff members who drives Desiree around to different marketing events. So, looks like we got some traffic. Yep, there he is. I call him Glenn the Glaring Man. Really?
It's terrible. It's like that movie we saw yesterday.
Yep. Yeah, if you want to go clear, just stop mocking up your own reactive mind. Hey, Al, you stop mocking up your own reactive mind. That was Al Adrians, one of the whales of the Ord. Got a bit of activity all at once. So we had a bit of activity here. So Al Adrians arrived in that white car. Was it parked out there when I arrived before 12 o'clock? Or did he leave early for lunch? So it's almost 1 o'clock, 12:57 right now. Crouched down behind their sidewalk sign. I have to get my spiel down, but that woman who just went in the Ord, she looked at my sign that says, "Stop mocking up your unreactive mind and you'll go clear." So I wonder if she's going to stop mocking up her unreactive mind. Okay, should be just a little bit after 1 o'clock. Yeah, 12:59. Just a little bit before. So any staff members we see now are getting back late from lunch. We may see a few publics arriving early for say a 1:30 course. I don't know for sure if they start at 1:30, but that's my reasonable guess. And let me take a look at my chat. Do I see more people coming into the Oregon Sundays? Nope. I was here a couple of weeks ago from 8 o'clock till 11 o'clock. Did not see a lot of people coming in for Sunday services, which they advertise on their website as being at 11. Western Missouri Variety. I missed your chat earlier. Hello. So they walked by and came back around to get back in. Okay, I missed. I missed that one. Or are you talking about the couple that went to their car to get something? They walked around the camera and behind it. If that's what you're referring to, that's what happened. like they were Scientologists. If they are, they're being very coy about it. See if they duck down the alley. No, I guess they're not Scientologists. Not seeing anyone come in. Just a truck driving by with Chiefs flags flying in the breeze. I don't follow sports, but I think the Chiefs may be in the running still for the Super Bowl. So maybe we'll be treated to another victory parade. Last couple of Super Bowls, they've held a celebration parade, and they came right down Grand Street past the org. And the one they had last winter, that's when they had the shooting at Union Station here, just about a mile to the southwest. That loud racket is the ATVer going by on their bikes, a couple of them off wheelies. And that guy we see coming up the sidewalk is Jim McGee. What I understand is on OT7, still struggling with his body thetans. So I wonder, he's obviously gone clear if he's an OT, but I wonder if he knows how he went clear. Okay, that looks like Mary Huss, who I think might be an OT. 107. That's the guy that I've already shown the clerk condition to. So everyone that's come out of the org has headed east down the sidewalk. He's climbing in the Sea Org car, but okay, I guess that's a Sea Org member. Turn back around. So interesting. Okay. Yeah, poor old Jim McGee. I guess the older you get, the meaner and more stubborn those body thetans get. Yep. All right, so what do we have? 10 after 1. We'll see if hordes of people come in at the last minute for a 1:30 class. So we have somebody walking around in the Scientology parking lot. And he's coming over here, crossing the street. From here it looks like he's put on a face mask. Yeah. Okay, it's either a face mask or a white beard. Okay, it's a white beard. It's hard to tell. He might be a street person. Yeah, Amazon delivery. Lugging the package all the way around the Crew building. Because this in the front, the published address is around the corner of the building. So delivery people don't know that the actual front entrance is here, and they go to the other entrance where a tiny sign says, come around to this side. I think they could have put a number on this entrance and directed them to East 18th Street, but So 114 here outside the Kansas City Class 5 idle morgue. So what do we got? About 1:15. Still not a lot of activity. You'd think people would arrive early for course. Maybe they do, and they're all the ones that are going to take the course are here. Yep, and there we have the ATVers. I'm going to hold up so you may see there's a wee lake. So the ATVers, to me, are kind of charming. Of course, I don't live down here, and I don't have to put up with their racket all the time. I find them kind of charming, although once I was driving on a 2-lane street with the center lane for left turns, and fortunately I didn't have a left turn planned because an ATVer came roaring up that lane, up the turn lane with their lights off. And if I had had a head-on collision with him, that would not have been so charming. Yep, I wonder if he'll be going clear soon. Yep, got some wind picking up here. Blowing my sign around. So 118 here outside the Kansas City Class 5 Idle Morgue. Another 12 minutes for people to show up for a 1:30 class. And the wind has shifted directions. Got a little bit of it coming up behind me now. 20 minutes after 1. Still not seeing a big crowd of people coming in for coursework. Take a look. Winter Wonderland, yes, they're scheduled to have Winter Wonderland on the 20th through the 25th. So we can hope for super cold weather so no one will show up. But if not, I will. And they'll be set up in that parking lot. So I guess the scientists will have to park in the parking lot 1 block west. All right, 1:23. 7 more minutes for scientists to show up. Nobody pulling into the parking lot. Six more minutes. Is it better to be late or absent? I don't know. I guess if you're absent, they will pull you in. Phil Jones described once where the course supervisor wanted him to finish up a course on a Wednesday night so that it would so he could report it on his stats for that week. And he was just too tired, and he went home, and he was awoken by this course supervisor standing over him with something big and heavy ready to, says, something, I forget exactly what he said, but basically it was better that he be dead than not present, or something like that. So he forced himself awake and came in and finished the course because of that threat. So I don't know if people here are that zealous. I guess if they're in enough trouble with their stats, maybe they will be. All right, 126. Yep. It should be better that they would get a lot of COVID. Okay, 127.
So I like my computer because
Actually, I think it's 128. Yeah, 128 now. So it doesn't look like we're going to see any more scientists coming in. Well, let's keep trying with it. I'll throw away my sign. Walk down here and take a look down the alley. windy here. Let's see, what exactly do we have down here with the orange stuff? Looks like it's hanging from the electrical wires. Okay, well, I'm gonna make one pass past the parking lot. About to get our light. So we have vehicles here in the parking lot, including a member of the clergy. Did I take note of that before? All right, so one last look back at the org. I think I'm going to call it a day. So thanks to those of you who stuck with me. Happy to report that nothing exciting happened today. So bye.